Did you know that a single bite from a Komodo dragon is enough to push its prey toward an irreversible fate? Razor-sharp teeth, paralyzing venom, and relentless tracking ability turn them into some of the most terrifying ancient killers among reptiles. Today, you will witness breathtaking and horrifying Komodo dragon hunts ever recorded, where the law of survival is revealed with chilling realism. Let's explore now. Komodo vs. pig. Right beside a shallow waterhole, the Komodo dragon suddenly charges straight at a piglet lying low in the mud. There is no warning sign. The attack happens at extremely close range, leaving the prey no time to react. When the piglet can no longer resist, the Komodo dragon eats on the spot. This reptile often exploits the very first moment to fully control its prey, avoiding an exhausting chase. In nature, a successful ambush often ends the hunt very quickly. This wild pig suddenly turns around, attempting to attack the Komodo dragon, but the distance is too close, turning that decision into a fatal mistake. For this species, a bite is not only meant to injure, but also to spread toxins that paralyze the prey from the very first second. The Komodo drags the prey away from the area, always pulling it toward familiar ground to reduce risk while feeding. In nature, misjudging an opponent often leads to an irreversible outcome. Komodo versus goat. This time, the Komodo's target is a herd of goats ahead. It does not accelerate into a chase, because its heavy body and low posture make prolonged pursuit nearly pointless. Instead, the Komodo follows slowly, maintaining distance and waiting for a mistake. This reptile relies more on endurance than on sudden speed. Once close enough, it suddenly lunges at a single individual in the herd. But goats have extremely fast reflexes and excellent short bursts of speed, causing the attack to fail. The Komodo stops and gives up, but the story does not end here. This time, the Komodo does not target the entire herd, but chooses a single goat lagging behind. It approaches almost without creating movement, keeping the prey unaware. When the distance is close enough, a single clean bite allows the Komodo to take full control of the situation. The goat quickly loses its ability to resist, and following a familiar safety instinct, the Komodo does not eat in places it considers dangerous. Instead of tearing immediately, it holds tight and violently shakes the prey. This is a typical Komodo hunting method, stretching and tearing skin and soft tissue before deeper injuries appear. After many failed attempts against healthy goats, The Komodo gradually changes its hunting approach. It focuses only on individuals that wander alone or show signs of injury to the legs like this one. The Komodo does not need high speed because its strategy is built on reducing the prey's ability to resist from the very beginning. Slower-moving individuals are far easier to control. And for a hunter, experience is often the most dangerous weapon. A young goat runs as fast as it can, hoping to escape the predator. But a lightning-fast lunge by the Komodo at close range is no joke. For the Komodo, a bite to the head helps quickly control the nervous system and immediately disorient the prey. It then drags the goat into an open area and violently slams it onto the hard ground. This behavior completely drains resistance before feeding. And for predators like the Komodo, juveniles are the easiest and least energy-consuming meals. This unlucky goat has been trapped inside an enclosure with a Komodo dragon, too small to recognize the danger of facing such a cold-blooded predator. The Komodo does not rush, continuously closing in from multiple directions to shrink the space for movement. The goat still tries to resist as the Komodo approaches, charging wildly in desperation. The Komodo does not need to hurry. It swings its powerful tail sideways multiple times. After a successful knockdown, the Komodo captures the goat with little effort. In nature, space sometimes determines fate more than strength. Komodo vs. monkey. A truly pitiful scene of an unfortunate monkey with no route of escape and no space to run. Bites rain down chaotically. Razor-sharp jaws tear flesh apart, each Komodo taking turns pinning the prey down with sheer body weight. The sensation of being torn apart while still conscious. Painful, isn't it? When numbers work together, power no longer lies in individuals, but becomes an irreversible sentence for the prey. Komodo vs. deer. Beneath murky water, the deer stands half submerged, legs trembling slightly, but still maintaining a safe distance. On the bank, the Komodo dragons attempt to close in, but the water acts as a barrier, making them hesitate. Their heavy bodies are not built for prolonged swimming, and the prey remains alert enough to retreat deeper. Then, one Komodo breaks the stalemate. It charges straight into the water, and immediately a second rushes in to assist, biting deeply into the weakest part of the body. This proves that a single decision at the right moment can turn an apparently hopeless hunt around. Komodo versus buffalo. Near the base of a massive ancient tree, A mother buffalo and her calf come into view of a group of Komodo dragons. The Komodo clearly understands the difference in strength. They do not target the adult, but focus pressure on the calf. Others immediately join in, holding and dragging the prey down. Once on the ground, the calf has no chance to escape. The mother buffalo knows well the venom the Komodo carries. Charging in to save the calf would mean death. Sometimes nature is so terrifying that a mother must watch her own child being eaten alive. This time, the Komodo targets another buffalo herd. In the eyes of this cold-blooded predator, calves are always the easiest prey to control. The Komodo prioritizes safety, and with limited numbers, it avoids direct attacks. It patiently follows the herd over a long distance, staying close enough not to lose track. When the herd stops by the water's edge, order begins to break down. After the herd moves on, a calf lags behind. That brief moment is enough for the Komodo to pull the prey down and secure a perfect meal. This time, the Komodo dragon targets a calf within the buffalo herd, a familiar choice due to slow movement and panic. However, the mother buffalo reacts almost instantly. Driven by powerful protective instinct, she positions herself between the calf and the predator, repeatedly charging and forcing the Komodo to retreat. The Komodo relies on surprise and prey exhaustion, making it ill-suited to face a large opponent with direct resistance. Finally, I can see the calf being safely protected. Komodo versus dog. Under the muddy ground, two dogs stand apart on opposite sides, barking and cautiously watching the massive body of the Komodo dragon. They move constantly, trying to apply pressure while keeping a safe distance. One dog suddenly lunges forward, biting the tail in hopes of provoking a reaction. Thick skin and a solid stance leave the Komodo largely unfazed. The weak bite causes no significant damage. Once again, the cold-blooded predator controls the space. What you have just seen shows that the Komodo dragon does not need speed to be a terrifying hunter. Patience, bite force, and cold tracking strategy turn every hunt into a life or death challenge. But even for this reptile, the outcome does not always favor the attacker. In nature, victory and defeat always coexist. If you found this video tense and impressive, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe to continue exploring the most authentic survival moments of the wild world. Thank you for watching until the end. See you again on the next journey.